Hey, science enthusiasts. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you cut a living human brain into two halves? Well, a Nobel Prize-winning scientist did exactly that, and the secrets he uncovered have puzzled scientists for over 60 years. Let's dive into the mind-boggling world of split-brain patients. This happened back in the 1960s. Due to a special type of surgery, some patients had their brains literally split into two halves. At first glance, they seemed completely normal, walking, talking, and going about their daily lives. But upon closer observation, something strange was happening. Nobel Prize winner Roger Sperry and his student, psychologist Michael Gazzaniga, started experimenting with these patients to see how the surgery affected their thinking and behavior. And what they found was nothing short of fascinating. For instance, when making a decision, it seemed like one hand wanted to do something, but the other hand would try to stop it. Sometimes their left hand would even grab an object from their right hand and throw it away. In another experiment, when shown an image, they'd say they saw a hammer, but when asked to draw it, they'd draw a saw instead. So what's going on here? Did splitting their brain also split their consciousness? Are there now two people living inside one body? And what does this reveal about the true nature of consciousness? This groundbreaking research changed both neuroscience and philosophy, giving us new insights into how our brain functions. Today, we know that many animals are intelligent, like dolphins, chimpanzees, and crows. Take this crow, for example. It solved 8 complex puzzles, one after another, to get its reward. Yet animals like elephants, with brains larger than ours, don't match human intelligence and consciousness. Why is that? Because nature has constructed the human brain in a unique and special way. Despite their brains being split in two, these patients didn't experience any decrease in IQ, which would be impossible in other animals. So, let's break down how this special organ on our shoulders works in the simplest way possible. In 1962, the first corpus callosotomy was performed on a patient named Joe. The corpus callosum is a bundle of neurons connecting the brain's two hemispheres, allowing information transfer. Joe was a retired World War II soldier who suffered severe epileptic seizures due to a head injury. Roger Sperry had been conducting experiments on animal brains and noticed that even after cutting the corpus callosum, they could still function normally. This led him to propose that the procedure might be safe for humans, preventing seizures from spreading. Joe became the first human to undergo this surgery. Now, imagine having two captains fighting over the steering wheel. Let's do a simple visual experiment. Look at the screen and focus on the X in the center. Tell me what you see. If you're healthy, you'll say, "I see both red and blue colors," but Joe would only see blue. Why? Because our brain functions contralaterally. The left hemisphere controls the right side of the body and the right hemisphere controls the left side. Each eye sends two perspectives to both hemispheres, creating a complete picture. But in split-brain patients, this connection is cut. The two hemispheres can't communicate. So Joe's right brain, which processes the left side view, remains silent when it comes to verbal speech. This discovery was a milestone. It showed that speech centers are in the left hemisphere and our brain is specialized. So, for example, Broca's area controls speech, while Wernicke's area helps us understand language. Damage to these areas can cause speech disorders. In a 2010 experiment in Iceland, patients with left hemisphere strokes struggled to count from 1 to 10 due to damage to a specific neural pathway. This again proved brain specialization. The left hemisphere handles verbal skills, logic, and analytical thinking. The right is more emotional, artistic, and imaginative. These experiments revealed how deeply specialized our brain is, and how two separate halves can still function as one whole in surprising ways. So next time you think about your brain, remember, it's an organ of wonders capable of the unimaginable. Thanks for watching and stay curious.